Thank you everyone again for joining us today. So we are going to celebrate a fantastic milestone in your apprenticeship program. So as you can see here, we're going to go through various addresses and welcomes, celebratory comments. We will do a traditional sharing of the certificates as far as reading off everyone's name and celebrating them like a true graduation. And then we will have closing remarks, and we'd love to hear from everyone about their experience so far. But to get us going, Bill Yoder.
You're on mute.
Bill, I think I might have muted you by accident. Sorry.
Apologize, Marie. I'm just going to take a minute. You guys didn't show up to listen to me, but ACDS exists to try to help close the gap between the demand for talent in IT and the current supply. And hopefully all of us recognize that registered apprenticeship is one pathway, and it's probably the most efficient way to identify people with potential and talent and get them trained on the skills that the employers require. It's most efficient in terms of dollars and time. So we're here to congratulate the individual apprentices. We're also here to thank the participation for all the employers, and we appreciate your trust. And I think Dr. Walker's done another stand-up job, and hopefully we can give him a hand at the end of this. So thanks.
Thanks, Bill. All right. I'm not sure if Cody Waits was able to join us today. I know he is, he might actually be at the event Lonnie is at. So Lonnie, I'm going to hand it over to you.
Okay, thank you. I doubt Cody will be joining us, and he is not at this event today. He's still out sick. So I guess I'll speak on behalf of both our ACDS and OSD joint collaboration in putting on these apprenticeship programs. And I remember the day we did the kickoff, and I get excited for the kickoff. I get excited for this milestone. And then even more importantly is seeing everybody complete this journey at the end of the one-year apprenticeship. You've heard me say this, and so I'll reiterate again. This is very much a congratulatory event, but at the same time, I just want to keep encouraging you as apprentices to realize how impactful you are to your company and you are to the profession by going through this registered apprenticeship program. It's meaningful in so many ways, and I just hope that you continue to grasp this technology skills and apply them in ways that make you productive and successful, that help your companies. But in the end, right, you're building your professional career, and I think all of us on this in this ceremony care about that. In the large, big picture, as Bill mentioned, that's why ACDS is doing what we're doing, right? We're building capability that ends up, showing itself in terms of economic growth, in terms of small, medium, and large companies producing great results. And you're a part of that. And so I congratulate you for kind of meeting this milestone. I'm anxious to hear from you at the end. I'll reiterate what Bill said, a testament to Don, the training curriculum, everybody that he brings into the mix to be able to deliver this content and really care about how it's facilitated and how you are applying it, right? Because in the end, it really is about your performance and how you're able to do new things and deliver on your job. So again, thank you to everyone, especially the employers, for working with us and trusting us and being partners. I won't go through each and every company name and all of you there, but you know that we value our relationship and look forward to how this plays out and then the next one. So I guess the last piece on behalf of Cody Waits and OSD is that they're the state apprenticeship office by which all these things roll up, and they do this work not just in the IT space working with us, but for every other occupation and every other sector. And so for those of you company-wise that may have occupations that aren't in IT but might be apprenticeable, we can certainly point you to the Office of Skills Development to assist in that regard, because it's just flat out working. It is a proven practice that, as you've been able to experience and demonstrate, that we're just going to keep doing more of this. So I'm going to turn it back to you, Marie, or over to Don, but I just want to again say thank you, say congratulations, ready to tip the hat, pop the cork, whatever the terms you guys were using. But we care about you, and we really want to stay in touch, as we will, and see that progress continue to expand. So thank you again.
Thanks, Lonnie. All right, so let's get to the part that we're all here for. Don, the floor is yours.
Okay, well, yeah, a couple of things I want to reiterate that Lonnie said, and that's thanking the employers. With very little exception, all 10 of these folks were there when they, when we had class in session, which shows me that you're really supporting your employees and their professional development. And I know that's not always easy, particularly in the smaller companies. It seems like there's always a firefighting to be done and short-term assignments to knock out. So thank you very much to the employers, and doubly the role of the mentors. I know you guys were making sense of a lot of this for the folks outside of class, and I really appreciate it. And to the apprentices, had a great class. This has just really been the highlight of my week is Tuesdays and Thursday mornings when we get to geek out on some of this stuff. And as you know, I just really love programming. So for those of you who were able to loop me in and let me help you out with either your classroom assignments or a little bit of work related challenges, I really appreciate it. I hope you'll stay in touch. If I haven't connected with you on LinkedIn, I'd encourage you to connect with me. And I look forward to working with you throughout your apprenticeship and our professional, careers together. It's getting to be where we're building a little bit of a network here with some repeat folks. We got GlaxoSmithKline 2 in a row here, and CAE, and we sure appreciate the continued partnership. So thank you. Thanks to the staff at ACDS and to all of you for participating. It's been a great experience for me as well. So now we'll, for our ceremonial Festivus, we will now have the reading of the names. We used to do the airing of grievances and feats of strength, but it got out of hand. So that's a Seinfeld reference. Anyway. Congratulations, guys. A lot of stick-to-itness. I could give you a humorous individual anecdote about every one of you, but I won't belabor the point because I know it's almost lunchtime. So without further ado, congratulations, Aaron Lancaster, Andra Onachik, Chase Dean, Chaz Scarborough. She doesn't go by Chastity, thank you. Damon Pettis, Erica Anderson, Gabe Mueller, Laura Wiederhoft, Lindsay Powell, and Thomas Lavender. Congratulations. Stick-to-itness and dealing with me twice a week. Awesome job.
All right, so this is the part where we open the floor. We would love to hear from our apprentices, as well as some of our mentors and employers that are here. And then before we go, we will all unmute. So be prepared. We will all unmute and give a big round of applause here at the end. So who would like to take the floor first?
I will beg for detailed feedback before I give the mic up again from both the apprentices and the mentors. Gaps, especially stuff I didn't cover that I should have. So that we can roll that in and improve with every iteration. And now I'll hush.
Awkward silence, right, Marie, as you always refer to it?
Yes, this is the required.
Break the awkward silence.
Mm.
Y'all hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So first of all, I just want to thank Don. I think he was a great instructor as far as being very engaging, and I really enjoyed that. And specifically for you, Don, I think the biggest value I found was using those Jupyter notebooks alongside your class. It was really nice to be able to mess up during class and then get feedback as we went through it. So, and plus that'll be something that we can hold on to use as reference for code or just anything we discussed in class. So that was really useful. Thank you.
I'm gonna piggyback on what Andra said. And Don, I think you did a really great job of providing like practical applications, showing us how to integrate an API with analysis. Like what's the next step beyond like what we've actually just learned? Like how do you then go and apply it? So that was really interesting to me and will definitely guide my next steps in terms of where I go next, learning some of these skills.
Well, Don, from the Waco Media side, I can just speaking on behalf of those that attended for us. It's, you know, every time I checked in with our team, how are things going? How's the program? It was all positive. And so that tells me that you have a curriculum that satisfies, you know, somebody like Aaron, who's getting well versed in everything data analytics for Waco the last couple of years, found very good value in this program. And Chase and Gabe, as people coming and spinning into it new, are finding, of course, topics that are of interest and valuable to them in their roles and what we're looking for them to do in the future. So it tells me you have a wide ranging curriculum, and I just thank you for, you know, hosting this and putting that on. And I just think that that's a feat into of itself. So good on you to have something that has topics of interest for a wide ranging folk.
Thanks, Sam. Adapting to the breadth of the industry expertise and the students' level of exposure, but it's fun. Yeah. Thanks for the kind words.
Hopefully the cohort stays in contact. There's always something about going through it together, right? That's meaningful. So.
Well, thank you so much, guys, for the kind words. Marie?
Anyone else want to take the floor from either the apprentice side or the employer side?
Or a mentor. I failed
Or a
to
mentor,
mention
yeah.
mentors. Yeah, I'd love to hear from a mentor or two about how that played out for you.
I'd speak up just from the standpoint of an employer one more time. You know, it was really great to connect with everybody at ACDS, and it's, you know, this is something that really provided an opportunity for us. You know, when I think about how promising, you know, Chase and Gabe are for our organization, and being able to have this training available, we just frankly wouldn't have had the resources to put this together ourselves, you know, and so to have you there and have the resources backing you, be able to provide that service for us and help with that. And I'm really excited about the future and the opportunities we can have with Chase and Gabe and expanding their what they do with our organization in this field. So thank you is the bottom line. And Chase and Gabe, we have high expectations. So, so get ready.
Agree with what Jay just said. Definitely a testament to the program that Laura was able to show up on day one and not only be a key contributor to the team, but a thought leader. And, you know, something that stuck with me that she said, she's like, we got to get out of Excel, right? And I'm like, Excel has been my life for the past 10 years. That's how we do data. And she's like, no, there's bigger and better things. And I'm like, I don't know about them, but you do, and run with that. So she's transformed the way that we do our analytics and really broadened my horizon in terms of tools and strategies and tactics that are out there. So kudos to the program for delivering her to us. And as Jay mentioned, big things on the horizon for Laura in our company.
So Lonnie, just a question to you about getting together for this. Curious on future sessions for ACDS, will you look to physically meet? Is that an option on the table, or will it always be kind of an, you know, we're across the state, so it's never going to be an in-person situation.
Well, I think what we've learned through COVID is that we can be very effective with virtual delivery, right? And it does afford us the chance to have companies and apprentices that may not be in proximity to one another engage together. But we've actually, and there's a person on the call here, Adam Holland with GSK, when they participated in the very first cybersecurity apprenticeship program, they were in Northwest Arkansas. In fact, they even had a remote candidate, and yet we were meeting physically together in Little Rock. So we think a blended model, and we're not going to say that we're never going to get together again in a classroom, because there is some dynamics that, are really effective in that situation. So to your point, Sam, great question. I can't read the tea leaves and say exactly how the future is going to play out, but we're not ruling anything out, and we're going to try to take it on a case-by-case basis where it says we're going to do what's most effective given the circumstances. And so I would say that what you brought up is definitely a possibility. And Bill can chime in on that if he would like to, but I know we've talked about how we're going to be viewing the future, and know that our toolkit as to how we do these is going to be just as expansive as it needs to be.
Yeah, I would agree, Lonnie. I think the blended is the strategy right now. We started off with everything in the classroom in 2019. And, we had to adapt, we had to pivot, we had to go remote. We've made it work, but it's not ideal. So I hope we're back in the classroom more often than not.
Yeah, because my guitar sounds a lot better live than it does over this little boom microphone, when we have song time.
Yeah.
I didn't see that on the curriculum.
It's in the recording. Actually, no, I think I waited to hit record until I was done strumming a time or two, just to keep things engaging.
Well, thank you guys so much for your time today. It is always a pleasure to be able to have these milestone ceremonies and celebrate a key point in your apprenticeship. So I think it's been mentioned, you obviously have the opportunity to stay connected with this cohort. You guys still have to finish your year. And so we will definitely talk to you guys again. You'll hear from someone on the PMO team to see how things are going. If you ever need a resource, we are here for that. So definitely stay in touch with us, and look forward to hopefully celebrating in person when you get to the end and get to do a true popping of the cork and celebrate. So before we hop off, let's do one round of applause if everybody will unmute and basically destroy the audio on this.
Well done, guys. Keep in touch.
Boom.
Job.
Congrats again.
Perfect.
All
I
right.
love it. Good deal. Well, you guys have a great rest of your day, and go grab some lunch. We'll see you guys soon.
See you at the next one.
Have a good
Yeah.
night.